welcome. You're watching the NewsHour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. What is happening in Karnataka? Practically everyone is asking each other that. And that's why today in the 60 minutes ahead, we are going to focus only on the exit poll results, whether they are giving us a story and whether that story should be believed. I want to first start by giving you a quick debrief on the various regions in Karnataka, because I think that needs to be first addressed. What are those different regions and how each of them votes? That will give you a better insight into how should you read the exit poll results. So let's start. First up by showing you the map of Karnataka, the 6 different regions, and explain to you the importance of each. Imagine this surrounded by all the different states. Here you've got Andhra Pradesh, there you've got Maharashtra, pardon me, and which is why all that different regions. Hyderabad, Karnataka, very distinct, is got an area which is largely impoverished, has got water shortage over here. Bombay, Karnataka, as the name suggests, shares a border with Maharashtra, is a belt which has got...
It used to be a part of the Bombay presidency of the British, when the British fought the Anglo-Maratha war and took it over. So that's why the Bombay presidency name, as well as a strong Maharashtra influence in terms of the industries, the language, the culture.
And industries, the family which is strongest over here is the Jarkiholi family, which very conveniently divides its loyalty between the BJP and the Congress. Operation Kamala, famously brought into the BJP camp, which Umesh Jarkiholi. Ramesh Jarkiholi. One gets very confused because one is an MLC, one is in the Congress, 2 are in the BJP. Very difficult to remember, but they have a sizable presence here. So you've got the Jarkiholis, you've got Kattis, all these families, male, female, they are equally divided.
Husband and wife from neighboring
Husband and wife, yeah. So you've got all of that happening in Bombay, Karnataka. Coastal region is perhaps the one which is most stable in its loyalty to the Bharatiya Janata Party, strong RSS presence over here. You've got Saraswat Brahmins as well over here.
Yes. Punts, Mogaviras, and Gaudas also in a sprinkling.
So very
and
famous
Hindutva laboratory.
Famously
yes.
known as
and
the
1940s onwards RSS shakas goes on.
And interesting anecdote, also the area from many stars, you know, the Shetties, Shilpa Shetty, Sunil Shetty, Aishwarya Rai,
all of them.
They have their inheritance and their looks from this area. So very good looking people over there. Central region. Now this is interesting because this is the Lingayat belt. This is the area which has the area of influence of Mr. Yedurappa. Shivamoga is here. Shikaripura, where his son is contesting, is also over here. It has many famous Lingayat mutts, including one where Rahul Gandhi had gone to and apparently got inducted into the Lingayat sect.
Yeah,
is he still a Lingayat?
No.
Can you stop being Lingayat?
He is, what is he, depending upon where he goes.
So, you're Lingayat one day and now
you can have a Janeo. You can't have it.
Okay, all right.
And of course, the mining belt here.
Mining belt.
The mining belt actually borders with Hyderabad, Karnataka and the Madhya Karnataka.
Yeah, so this is where you've got that famous region, the Bellary brothers that you've heard of. Here, this is that belt. And then you have Mysore, Karnataka, very famously known as the bastion of the JDS and the Gowda family. All of them, son, grandson, grandfather, mother, all of them have contested.
Wife was denied the ticket.
Huh?
Revanna's wife was denied the ticket. Bhavani was denied the ticket.
Yeah, H.D. Revanna is also contesting it. So all of them are contesting here, but largely the Gowda family bastion. And finally, you've got the Bangalore region. We call it this because you've got 28 seats in urban Bangalore. The one district, by the way, which has the largest number of seats, that is Bangalore. One district, 28 seats. The second, I think, is Belgaum.
Belgavi, 19 seats.
Belgaum.
18 seats.
18 seats. So 18 seats. So Belgavi is the second highest number of seats. So this gives you an idea of what the different regions are like, how each region votes and how they are made up. Now let's show you this year what the Times Now ETG exit poll predictions are for each region and how they compare to last time, now that you have understood each one of these regions. First off the hook is Bombay, Karnataka. First off the block is Bombay, Karnataka, which is the one bordering with Maharashtra. In 2018, the BJP had 30. This time around, the ETG projection is giving it 23. Congress gaining almost 10 seats here. JDS also going down. So the one winner over here or the one projected winner over here is the Congress. The next area that we are going to look at is Hyderabad, Karnataka. Now, in this place, also known as Kalyan Karnataka, the BJP has gone down by 5 seats. The Congress from 21 has gone up to 29. Sizable number of Muslims and Dalits backwards, all of them come from this area. Even the JDS has gone down. So you've seen two regions, both of those regions, BJP going down, JDS negligible, and Congress making gains. The third place that we are looking at is coastal, the only one giving BJP some reason to cheer, because as opposed to last time, they have maintained status quo, 16-3, 16-3, BJP and Congress. The next one is Central Karnataka. Now, Central Karnataka, the one we spoke about, Mr. Yedurappa, and even here the BJP is facing some reverses. The Congress, again, the gainer over here, 21-17. That's 2018 versus this year's projections. And the Congress gaining directly what the BJP is losing. Moving on from here to Bengaluru region, Greater Bengaluru as we call it. Here you've got from 11, the BJP going up to 13, some reason to cheer again, and the Congress maintaining. So the losses have been to the JDS. Anyway, had a negligible presence, had 2 seats in the Bengaluru region. They have lost that.
And one had defected to BJP and had won already.
Mahalakshmi.
Yeah,
So,
Mahalakshmi.
all right. So here is what has been added. 2 seats added to the BJP over last year's tally in Greater Bengaluru. And finally, we are taking a look at the old Mysore region, which is the Gowda belt, the H.D. Kumaraswamy belt, the H.D. Devagowda belt, where the BJP was really pinning its hopes. Remember, we had discussed that the number of rallies the Prime Minister has done, they started their campaign from here, they fielded everyone from Amit Shah, JP Nadda, Yogi Adityanath, Prime Minister, everyone was in Greater Mysore region, but old Mysore, pardon me, from 11 seats in 2018, the projected seats of the BJP are 8, and it is here that the Congress is making maximum gains. From 19, they're going up to 30. Even the JDS has come down in their bastion. So the only winner in all of these regions, barring coastal Karnataka and Bengaluru, is the Congress. Let's go straight across.
One second, Padmaja. If this number is true, I don't believe that this number is true.
Okay.
If this number is true, then Congress is not a single largest party.
It is
they are
full majority.
forming the government.
Many people are saying that.
If this is the number, I don't believe in this number.
Then it's a wave.
There.
Then everything that we said about it being a waveless election was rubbish.
No, it's all rubbish.
Then it's
all
a wave.
rubbish.
Then it's a Congress wave. Mr. K. Sudhakar, Minister in the Karnataka Cabinet, joining us now. Mr. Sudhakar, what do you make of this Congress wave from the look of it?
I really would not like to believe this kind of exit poll for a simple reason that in Kalyan Karnataka, the numbers you have shown for BJP is far from truth. Similarly, in Kittur Karnataka or Mumbai Karnataka, because we know that in Kalburgi, that is in Kalyan Karnataka, we have improved a lot politically. And what the numbers were shown, like 6 or 7 seats, it is really very hard to believe. And the exit polls that was, seen, produced during 2018, I still remember, they had predicted about 79 seats for BJP and 107 seats for Congress. But it was exactly the opposite when the results were out. The BJP took 108 seats and the Congress were only 80 seats. So again, I am reiterating, Bangalore, we are improving our number. Kalyan Karnataka, we are improving immensely. And similarly, the Kittur Karnataka, we have good numbers. And
Let me just ask you one thing, sir. Our projection is giving 9 to 11 seats to the BJP in Kalyan Karnataka or Hyderabad Karnataka. How much do you say your projection is?
No, easily we will be reaching 20 seats there.
20
Easy.
seats? You
Yes.
mean that you will better your performance from last time? Last time you were 15 in Hyderabad, Karnataka. This time you get 20.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you why I'm asking
But
specifically.
District,
Because Mr. Kharge has said.
By constituency, I can mention what are the seats we are winning.
Okay, what are the seats you think you are getting? Because even Mr. Khadge has listed the seats which he thinks Congress is going to sweep in Hyderabad, Karnataka.
No, they can't sweep. In Bidar alone, we are winning 3 seats. In Kalburgi, we'll be winning again 4 seats. Ballari, we are winning 2 seats. Raichur, we are winning 3 seats. So we are close to 20 seats we'll be winning from Kalyan Karnataka alone. Yadgir, we have a couple of seats. So
in Kalyan Karnataka, one of the factors was when you did away with the Muslim reservation and gave it to the Vokaligas and Lingayats, the Banjaras were very unhappy. You think that's going to have an adverse effect? And Banjara community has a sizable presence in Hyderabad, Karnataka.
Because I was also part of the cabinet subcommittee where we have proposed this reservation which was lying for decades, but we have taken the full confidence of the Banjara community while doing it, because in the cabinet subcommittee we had the minister who belonged to the Banjara community, who hails from Bidar district. Similarly, we had ministers belonging to the right section, the left section, and we had a law minister in the committee. We have considered all the facts of both the reports that we had, and we have given justice even after consultation of the mutts of the respective communities.
Okay.
So I don't think so that there is any kind of discord with the kind of our reservation that we have done.
So let me now very specifically ask you, sir, since you have given a figure for Hyderabad, Karnataka of 20, let me go region by region. Coastal Karnataka, we are giving you 15 to 17. Do you agree with that figure?
No, we are improving in coastal by at least 1 or 2 seats.
Okay, so you're saying you will get 18 out of 19. What about Central Karnataka? We are giving you 16 to 18. How many do you think you will get?
Yeah, I agree with that.
16 to 18, you agree in Central Karnataka, which means that you are going down. Last time you were at 21, you will go down slightly.
We agree in Central Karnataka.
Okay, going down in Central Karnataka. What about Bengaluru? Bengaluru, there's some reason to cheer. You are going up by about 3 seats. You agree with that?
Minimum, we will be getting 14 seats. 14, the best case scenario will be 16.
Minimum, we are also giving you an upper limit of 14. All right, so you agree with us there. What about Bombay, Karnataka? We are giving you 21 to 25. What is your assessment?
No, we will be better in that, madam, because in Mumbai, Karnataka, Haveri alone, out of the 5 seats, we are winning in the 4 seats. Out of the 6, we are winning in the 5 seats. Similarly, Belgaum, out of 18, we are winning about 12. In Bagalkot, we are winning 3 seats. In Bijapur, we are again winning in 3 or 4 seats. And Gadag, we are winning 2 to 3 seats. So mostly we are winning over 24 to 25 seats.
Okay. And what about finally the old Mysore region?
Old Mysore region, we are definitely improving our seats in Hassan, Mandya. We will be opening the account in Mandya.
So we're giving you about 9 seats. What is your figure for old Mysore?
No, minimum between 12 to 15 seats is what we are expecting, apart from the Bangalore, the greater Bangalore.
All right. I think our analysts here have a couple of...
I think Mr. Sudhakar has been on the dot. On dot. I don't think, he has exaggerated. He has not talked like a politician.
And he's come prepared.
Yes,
he's giving an upper limit. He's giving a lower limit.
He's absolutely prepared.
Okay, so I think it's pretty clear that everyone has sat down with all of their sheets and done a little bit of back of the envelope calculation. So this is your internal assessment, what you must have discussed over the last 4 hours. We will do this, Mr. Sudhakar. Let's see who is correct, you or our projections of the Times Now ETG poll. We'll see you on the 13th and we'll compare notes then. Thanks very much for joining us. But as far as things stand right now, what are the stories that we take away from these numbers? Mr. Sudhakar says that he'll be 20% more. But as of now, the story is that there is no significant damage to the BJP in Lingayat seats. Yes, in central Karnataka, they are going down, but not as dramatically as one would have expected. So
this was expected, Padmaja.
Yeah.
In fact, if you ask me, your numbers as far as Madhya Karnataka is concerned, if you can pull it up again, I would say it is not, there is no exaggeration. It's absolutely on dot. But what I am really concerned about is, if Lingayat's vote have not migrated to Congress in a significant manner, BJP cannot lose so much in Kittur or Bombay, Karnataka, which is what is coming about. If either one of the two must have happened.
So you're basically saying one of the two things is wrong. Either our numbers for Kalyan Karnataka and Central Karnataka are wrong, or there has been major vote.
I'm saying in Kittur Karnataka.
Okay,
I agree with your Kalyan Karnataka numbers closely. Maybe one or two I would give more.
Okay.
In Kittur Karnataka, if the numbers are right, then Lingayats have shifted away to Congress, which is not believable.
Which is not believable.
Yeah.
Because then the same thing would be seen in Central Karnataka.
Yes.
That just basically means that Mr. Yedurappa does not have a hold on his flock.
Exactly.
Then they would have lost all of those seats.
No, not only that, in Kittur, Karnataka, they've got powerful families with them. Jolles, Kattis, Jarkiolis, Srimant Patil. I mean, they have got candidates who are like rock solid. So that number is a little unbelievable.
Okay, so two regions which our own analysts are disagreeing with is Bombay, Karnataka or Kittur, Karnataka and Central Karnataka. Second takeaway is that the BJP has grown in Bengaluru, and this one can assume is because of the outcome of how much the Prime Minister pushed. Like those 2 days were quite something.
There is
Not only that, even in Bengaluru, the candidates they got after Operation Kamala were strong candidates. Mahalakshmi Layout, Gopalayya, he won with a very thumping margin again in the Yelahanka, KR Puram.
Yes, all these are very solid candidates.
Are strong candidates. And Jayanagar was lost by a FOPA. It is actually a BJP stronghold. So even if you just sit and enumerate the seats, Bangalore, an addition of 3 or 4 does not look unrealistic.
And one more important thing is, in Bangalore, there are several Congress MLAs who are 3-time MLAs. Take Ramalinga Reddy, take a Nalapad Harris, take a George. You know, all these are 3-time MLAs.
In fact, some places I was reading, Nalapad Harris himself is on a shaky wicket in Shantinagar.
So, and Mr. Narendra Modi, I believe in one thing. Mr. Narendra Modi.
So you're saying that these Congress MLAs who are 3-time may have anti-incumbency?
Will have anti-incumbency, but we'll have to see how many of them go down. Like Ramalinga Reddy had to manage for himself and his daughter.
And his daughter, Sonia Reddy.
So that's one. Another thing, Annamalai and Tejasvi Surya made a big issue out of the things and went to the police station on Monday. So there is an element of anti-incumbency.
The other really interesting thing also in Bengaluru is that there's a very large Tamil population.
Yes.
And that also having Annamalai as one of the state in charges would have made a dent. I mean, imagine, for example, in Shantinagar only, I was reading, almost 50%, 40 to 50% of the voters, the highest number of voters are of Tamil-speaking population.
Shantinagar, C.V. Raman Nagar and Sarvagna Nagar. All three.
And Pulikeshwar Nagar also, but Pulikeshwar Nagar is a very difficult one for BJP.
All right. Now, the fourth thing, Congress is gaining in Hyderabad, Karnataka, which of course the minister did not agree with. And it's going to be a boost significantly for Mr. Kharge. I mean, he will have quite some standing. He will say, look, more than the old Mysore region where you've got both of your CM aspirants coming from, I have helped you gain in my bastion. Congress has also gained in Mumbai, Karnataka, and the Congress has made the massive gains in old Mysore region, and all of this has happened at the cost of the JDS. So let's open this up to our panel. You heard the initial comments of our analysts, both Jayamrug and JVC Sriram here with me. Let me also get in Sanjay Jha, Sanju Verma and Syed Aslam Pasha, author, national spokesperson of the BJP and spokesperson of the JDS respectively. Sanju Verma, I'll come to you first. Humor me, and this is what I say to anyone who is on the losing side in our exit poll / opinion poll. Humor me and say, let's assume that these figures are right. What went wrong? There must have been an analysis in the last 5 hours. What is shaky? What went wrong?
Padmaja, you know, I would love to humor you, but I have this to say that if you notice, I was just listening to Mr. Sudhakar. He did not disagree with your projection in Bombay, Karnataka and in Hyderabad, Karnataka. But where he disagreed was the massive jump that you've given to the Congress. In Bombay, Karnataka, you said from 17 they will go up to 27. And in Hyderabad, Karnataka, you say the Congress will jump from 21 to 29. And I think that is where, Bombay, Karnataka and Hyderabad, Karnataka, while BJP is holding on or maybe seeing a marginal fall, you are giving a sort of a wave result to the Congress party. And that is where Mr. Sudhakar, who is himself a very strong Vokaliga leader and the health minister, and has a great pulse of the state. So I think, the BJP may have marginally seen a decline in Bombay and Hyderabad, Karnataka, but that does not translate into a massive wave for the Congress in these two regions. That is my point number one. Point number two, where very humbly I, beg to disagree, is old Mysore, where out of 64 seats, you've actually given the BJP only 8 seats. And you are actually giving the Congress 30 seats.
Yeah.
And what I find very interesting is that while you have said that the JDS will see a fall from 29 to 22, you are not completely writing off the JDS, you are basically writing off the BJP. And I think this is where, with no offense to none, your pollsters have got it completely wrong, because my particular feel is that it will be the old Mysore region which will spring a nasty surprise for the Congress, a positive surprise for the BJP, and this is where the pollsters have got it completely wrong. And the reason why I say this is not because, as you said, Amit Shah or JP Nadda or Modi ji visited the Mandya region and, that entire JDS belt of Hassan, Chikkaballapur, Channapatna, etc. But I personally believe that how can you say that the Congress will get a majority? And in the same vein, you are also saying, when I say you, I mean the average number that pollsters have given. The average number they have given to the JDS is about 24 to 25 seats. If Congress is getting a majority, the JDS has to come down to 9 or 10 seats. The JDS getting 24 to 25 seats, and in the same breath, you saying Congress getting a majority is just not happening. It's an oxymoron.
Okay, fine. So some things you say are not adding up. Even Mr. Sudhakar said that. So let me frame the question differently. Sanjay Jha, right now 113 is what the Congress is getting. Is this making the Congress happy or uncomfortable? Because this also means that 5 people decide to go and spend the weekend in a resort and things will go south from there.
Padmaja, in simple terms, we will discuss the granular detail on Saturday. I'm not going to rush into that territory now. But in simple terms, this is a vote against the government. It's an anti-incumbency vote. The loss of the BJP is definitely an advantage of the Congress. And obviously, the people of Karnataka would like to see stability. And therefore, I think they have also, seen the Congress campaign, its choice of candidates, and the way the Congress, I think, has, in my opinion, played a role of a true umbrella party. It has to appeal to all sections of Karnataka. Remember that unlike the BJP and the JDS, which have got predominance in certain parts of Karnataka, the Congress is spread all over Karnataka. So
actually, even JVC agreed with you that if these numbers were to hold up, this is a wave election.
Yes, certainly. If this,
but did you
but
see
it
a
will
wave
not.
when you were there?
But I'm not able to see it.
You travelled across the entire
Old Mysore region, I have travelled, and I can tell you these are not the numbers. Now, the numbers which I would...
How are you so sure it's not a wave?
See, because India is the bastion of JDS, and people are not voting against BJP. People are voting against JDS.
Yes.
So, they go and ask, whom are you voting for? They are saying at Mandya, BJP. At Srirangapatna, it is Congress. If I go to Malavalli, it is Congress. At Maddur, because JDS starts with 63%. So they are unable to vote out the JDS. So we are looking at Hassan.
So tell me, okay, fine. Chalo, this is old Mysore region. Let's take a look at Kalyan Karnataka. Kalyan Karnataka, is there a wave of the kind that our numbers are showing?
Your numbers, let's just have a look at the numbers once again. At Kalyan Karnataka, 15.
29.
29. I would not agree with this.
Why?
Because at Chittapur itself,
which is Priyank Kharge's seat.
Yes, in all probability, he is losing.
Why?
Why is he losing? He won by a margin of 4,000 and odd votes in 2018. It was not something he swept. And what has he done to the constituency? the question. And
Maybe
that is
maybe
that
they're
is
really
where-
angry with the BJP.
That is where Shri Narendra Modi had come and campaigned. That is not just now. He started in January. I think documents. He gave it to the SP community. So there was a concreted attempt by the BJP, including the Prime Minister, to focus on Kalyan Karnataka because traditionally this is a weak region.
No, not only that, the BJP's past organic growth. Let me take 2 seats again in Kalyan Karnataka. Bhalki, which they could not win last time. They've put up a good fight now. Let us take Afzalpur. Last time Malkaiya Guttedar lost. This time his brother is apparently on a sound footing, Subhash Guttedar. So, if you go constituency by constituency, the BJP does not seem to be doing as poor as
Answer this, Sanjay Jha, that there is no apparent wave that the numbers are showing. Here are people who have travelled on the ground, by the way. They are saying, yes, numbers might be showing a wave for you, but they did not see it anywhere.
Padmaja, I have some data in front of me. I don't want to conflict it with what is being presented on your screen. But look at the 2 larger strains of the narrative. Number 1, and this is fundamental. You know, people keep talking about Narendra Modi, etc. But let me tell you the single factor that is going to the Congress's advantage. The people of Karnataka know that end of day, the choice was between Mr. Bommai and Mr. Siddaramaiah. And between DK Shivakumar, Siddaramaiah and the others, and don't forget Mr. Kharge, the Congress has formidable regional leaders there. And the BJP actually told Mr. Bommai to go into hiding and try to promote Mr. Nadda and Mr. Modi.
You know, all the time we keep saying that people are voting for a face. Mr. Modi can give all the job cards, he can give all the Kisan Samman Nidhi, he can give you all the Arogya card, whatever. But the fact is Mr. Bommai is going to be there and he doesn't inspire confidence.
No, I think it's quite much the different. You know, what we have seen after 2014. Let's just take the case of the Lok Sabha polls also.
Okay.
Till 2014.
But is it fair to... I don't quite agree with this comparison of Lok Sabha.
No,
Lok Sabha, people are voting for a Prime Minister. Assembly, they are not voting for a Prime Minister.
Okay, let me try and just complete the context. After 2014, even where the BJP has lost in an assembly poll, its defeats have been pretty narrow. Madhya Pradesh, 114 to 109. And they were half percentage point more than the Congress. Yeah, we're now talking of a assembly election.
Okay.
But in the background of Mr. Modi being there in the background, right? Rajasthan, they lost 0.3% behind the Congress in vote share.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think the fact that whether there be a regional leader or not, the fact that Mr. Modi is in the background does queer up the pitch for the other party.
Okay, very quickly respond because we're talking about the...
One point, Uttarakhand, we have seen 3 chief ministers being changed. But still they made it.
And the Chief Minister lost.
Chief Minister lost. So
but they won
the argument falls right on the flat.
That's a good example. Quick rebuttal, Sanju Verma, then I really must go on to our 22 seats because I really think people want to get to know the seats and the JDS needs to react to that. Quick rebuttal, Sanju Verma.
Thank you. Okay. Padmaja, very quickly, may I just thank you. Padmaja, I have said this umpteen times on your show that the Congress is great at winning vote share, but it is not good at converting vote share into winnable votes. Please, just in 20 seconds, when they won in 2013, that was a majority. They got 122 seats. They had a vote share of 36.6%. Come 2018, the Congress number of seats fell from 122 to 8080, despite the fact that their vote share had risen from 36.6 to 38.14%. So if I use the same conversion ratio, I give them the benefit of the same conversion ratio. I did arithmetic. With a 43% vote share this time, the Congress will only get 91 seats.
Okay, so I don't want to get into a very
Verma, the cephalogist.
I don't want to get into a very academic because I have to admit I am terrible at math, so I don't even want to get into this. Now, very quickly to the very interesting part, 22 seats, who we are predicting as the winner and why? Let's get started. All right, seat number 1 is Varuna. Varuna, the VIP candidate, is Siddaramaiah, even though Mr. Somanna is quite a challenge. Tell us why this is a huge challenge, but we are projecting that Mr. Siddaramaiah is going to win
I
this.
think, even if he makes it, he will be making it like how we made it in Badami, a little margin. Because 60,000 Lingayats are there, 55,000 Dalits are there, and JDS put a Dalit candidate. So who asked JDS to put a Dalit candidate?
And he's a very strong Lingayat candidate.
Strong Lingayat candidate.
And he's been, what, a 3-time, 4-time MLA himself, right?
Exactly. And he came from Congress. In 2000, he came from Congress and became an housing minister. He's a powerful leader. He had been groomed to beat Mr. Siddaramaiah.
And he's been a former film star.
I don't know that.
He's had some film industry something.
Maybe,
I was like, oh, okay.
Maybe. And more importantly, because of the pressure at Varuna, Mr. Siddaramaiah was not able to campaign freely across the state.
Okay.
And number 1. Number 2, that is the reason why he wanted
Which
a
is
second
funny
seat.
because despite that, we are showing that they are making huge gains in old Mysore region. Congress is making huge gains.
That is where I am unable to...
I am not liking the outcome of this discussion. Somehow we are ending up negating...
It could actually be a tough fight, but give a sort of sentiment.
This
is also finally the shadow fight between Mr. B.
And the reason, if he doesn't sweep Averi, but he delivers. See, all that he made...
There's a little bit of a risk.
Saying it's difficult for him because this has got Vokalega 50%. Right. Then you've got...
And excitement might be short-lived. Let's wait for 13th to come in. So BJP is an entity because our Karnataka this time they're at the verge of losing. So that
decline.
Secular decline.
Yeah.
We would only see. I'll tell you what. If we see Vokkaligas had voted us, given us a vote share of 54% last time, and this time the Vokkaligas, Muslims, the OBCs and the SCs want Kumaraswamy as the chief minister, the vote share of the Vokkaligas and the Muslims would definitely increase.
Okay, if they want you as chief minister, just a second, Sanju Verma, coming to you. If they want you as chief minister, I'm just doing a back of the envelope calculation. 106 poll of polls for Congress, 22 for the JDS. The only natural corollary is that 106 plus 22 is 128. Are you eventually going to walk in that door? Because BJP has said very clearly, we will not welcome them. There's nothing there. Syed Aslam Pasha, is that even a conversation right now? Has it started?
No. So Padmaja, like I said, we have fought these elections maintaining equidistance from both the national parties. Only on 13th we would know what will be our tally, and we will take it forward from there.
Of course. Sanju Verma, respond, because I really want to go to the next few seats. They're exciting.
When
Sanju Verma,
BJP
quick
fought
30
the
seconds,
election.
please. Quick 30 seconds.
Okay, please, Mr. Pasha, I heard you.
Everything is equidistant until the time that you need to form government. Then between those equidistant points, suddenly a triangle is formed. But anyway, go on.
Thank you. Padmaja, I have been listening to your analysis and I just fail to understand why is nobody giving credit to BJP for the fact that today in Karnataka there are 55 Vokkaliga dominated seats, which I'm sure your pollsters will agree with. And in 2018, we really did not have too many Vokkaliga leaders. But over the last 4.5, 5 years, we've cultivated K. Sudhakar, who's the health minister. We've cultivated leaders like C. Aswath Narayan from Malaysia. He's the Minister for Science, Education, Entrepreneurship, Technology, what have you. Then we have R. Ashoka, who's the Minister for Revenue from Padmanabha Nagar. So the fact is, from being almost nothing to having tall leaders who are actually now pretty much in the larger scheme of things, Vokkaliga leaders within BJP in their own right. I think that is something people have to give us credit for.
There's good Vokkaliga leaders, but right now what is happening is there is a lot of investment which is going on youth. Like if I take the case of Srirangapatna's seat, a 32-year-old Vokkaliga guy by name Sachidanand, he has been given the seat. So there is an enthusiasm amongst the youth.
Okay.
But they should have done this long time back. When they came to power in 2008, they must have concentrated. They are now probably 15 years, delayed, but they're investing.
That is the reason why in most rallies you'll have Prime Minister and Amit Shah saying, we got only 3 years.
Yes.
Those 3 years have been spent in dredging up the muck, etc. Anyway, if people will buy it, I don't know, but I want to quickly go through the few seats. Udupi, let's see which way Udupi is going. Udupi, you had Yashpal Suvarna replacing Raghupati Bhatt, who's the current MLA.
Yes.
And he's leading.
Yeah, I think, the guy who he replaced the Brahmin candidate, initially the guy had a resentment was there, but I think they reached out to him and within 2 days time he came out and said, I would be fully supporting Yashpal
And he's very dyed in the wool Bajrang Dal.
Yeah, very much.
Dyed in the wool.
And he was actually
this is again
he was the hijab controversy.
Absolutely,
very important
absolutely.
guy.
The campaigner there.
And the head of the school committee
Yes,
was
yes,
Raghupati
yes,
Bhatt,
yes,
but he's been
yes,
removed. Yes.
Absolutely. No, and this is a district where the loyalty to the ideology and the BJP is above the candidates. Sort of.
So Chittapur, we're talking about Priyank Kharge's seat now, and here is the candidate versus Priyank Kharge, who had been in the news. Manikanta Rathod, very young guy, just 26 years old, was banished for 1 year from the constituency. The High Court eventually then, stayed that entire banishment. And despite that, Priyank Kharge is winning.
Projected as is leading, but I would still keep my fingers crossed. If I were to put my money, I would put my money on Manikanta Rathod, not just because of anything else, because in the last few days he has created sensation.
Why?
It's an young guy, 26-year-old.
He has been for the wrong reason.
That was a fake conversation. That's what the BJP is claiming. Actually, that has given eyeballs to Manikanta Rathod.
Okay.
The guy whom many people did not know. Here, the BJP's narrative is: look at us. We are making an investment on an SC guy, 26-year-old, no dynasty, and here is a dynasty.
But some BJP guys also resigned. 2 guys resigned from the BJP saying, we don't want to support him.
But even within the BJP, it's working on the social engineering strategy of different SC right candidates.
Right, left.
Yeah. So somehow numbers could just add up for him.
Yes.
Okay, Shikaripura, where you've got Mr. B.S. Yedurappa's son. I think this was a given. He's going to win. I mean, Shikaripura.
If something else happens, then it becomes a headline. Otherwise.
Okay, so Vijendra is a win.
Yes.
But what next? I think that's better we have that discussion on the 13th. Are there bigger things for B.Y. Vijendra lined up? Let's wait for the 13th. Badami. What about Badami? This was the seat earlier represented by Mr. Siddaramaiah, and here the Congress is leading. What do you make of this?
Yeah, see, this is a part of the Mumbai-Karnataka region. Last time, Mr. Siddaramaiah just scraped through by 2,000 odd votes.
1,500.
1,700.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if this lead is still a very sure one.
But I have one question.
Yeah.
Why was Sriramulu not contesting here? Like, say, they could have turned on Amethi.
Yeah.
Like how Smriti Irani lost to Rahul Gandhi in 2014 and she came back.
But you have to realize Sriramulu needs to go back to Bellary because one of the Reddy brothers is not there. So he needs to, put the bulwark there. Sort of. So.
Okay, very quickly, I'm going to take last 5 seats, no discussion, just calling them. We've got next, we've already called this seat, we've called Shikari. We've called Badami. Let's quickly go to Mangalore and Athani. Who do we have in Mangalore? We've got the... This was a given again. UT Khadar has to. Then Athani, much in the news because you got another Lingayat leader.
He lost just by 2,000 votes.
He lost in 2018, became the Deputy Chief Minister, and now he's sitting on Congress ticket, and he's winning.
Okay, Puttur again, coastal Karnataka, where the BJP is very strong, but the Congress is leading over here.
It's very surprising. I cannot believe this.
Yeah. Okay.
I cannot believe this.
Could it be the rebel factor because you've got a very strong...
I don't think so.
No, I think Puttur is something different. See, the Asha Thimmappa, she's Asha Thimmappa Gowda. Now, she was given the ticket because the outgoing MLA was changed, Sanjeev Matandur. He was also a Gowda. There was an expectation from local Hindutva candidates there that going beyond the caste factor, one of them would get a ticket. They are sore that a Gowda has only been replaced by a Gowda, and therefore there's a rebel over here, a Hindutva rebel. And that has queered pitch, and the Congress has taken them.
But I still believe at the end of the day, in this coastal Karnataka, when they go to the polling booth, when they see the lotus, they press it.
This is what,
as we said, the loyalty to the lotus there.
This is like what they say about Hubli Dharwad Center, that ultimately it's the symbol who is fighting the election, not the candidate. Be that as it may, Sanju Verma, both gentlemen, best of luck to all 3 of you. We'll meet again on May 13th and maybe before that. This, I can safely say, is one of the most exciting. The best party will win, but it's great excitement for the rest of us. That's the only thing we get out of every election. Thanks very much.
Everybody should be watching on May 13th.
Everyone should be watching us 6 a.m. onwards. See you then.
Thank the pollsters for making it such a tight one.
All right, bye. Good night.
The News Hour at 10. We'll be right back.